Okay, hi YouTube. My name is Megan and I live in a one-bedroom apartment with my husband and my newborn. I decided to do a walkthrough of my apartment because when I was pregnant, was on YouTube 24/7 looking at how people live with newborns in one-bedroom apartments, smaller spaces. Um, so I felt like it was something that I needed to post for other people in my situation, in what was my situation, because it's just fun to see how people deal with things like this. So let's get started with my bedroom. We're gonna kind of go backwards. People usually start in the entryway, but I am not going to, because all the fun stuff is in my bedroom basically. So this is where I've got all my hanging clothes. That will come, you'll know why I have that there in a little bit. The basket, or the whisker nightstand, is spray painted gray, and it was free because I am kind of cheap and I didn't want to buy another nightstand. The nightstand that I have over there came with my whole set. It's from RC Willie's, so that's why I have that one. The mirrors are spoon mirrors. There's plenty of things online that tell you how to make those. They are basically spoons, cardboard, spray paint, and mirrors, and they're fun to make, especially in a large group. I have done it with a bunch of little children, and it has been super fun. So this is what my bedroom looks like. Everything is kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not going to talk much about it. The bookshelf I got from a Walmart website, and it is actually up. It's on its side, because I found out that we got a new TV, and I found out my husband did not want to get rid of the TV, so I needed a place to put the old TV, so that's what we did. We just threw the bookshelf on its side. The ball, I'm only going to make this comment because nobody told me how amazing this ball, an exercise ball, is when your child is colicky. It is heaven on earth. Like, don't buy a rocking chair. If your child is colicky, they're not going to like the rocking chair. They are going to like spending hours on this ball. It's the only way you're going to get them to stop crying. It is amazing. You can use your bed, but it's annoying. So here comes, I'm going to turn off the fan for a little bit. Oh. So I almost never turn off this fan because I've put my child in the closet and I want to make sure that she gets some pretty good air. The door never closes, ever, because I feel like there's enough privacy even with the door wide open. So the bookshelf is acrylic and it's awesome. They are super expensive if you get them at baby shops, but if you buy them from an outfitter, they're called letter holders for, businesses. They are way cheaper. Like, I think the cheapest one is $4, and I think these were $6 each, so way better than $100. I'm gonna start with the rugs. I made the bigger rug out of old sheets. It's just woven in. There's no sewing involved because I don't want to deal with that. It was just woven in. The poof I made, it turned out a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but it's actually the perfect size for my rocking chair. And the fur rug is from IKEA. The fur rug on the rocker, that is from Overstock. The rug is from TJ Maxx, and I made that blanket right there. The little hobs I made, there are plenty of tutorials, but you kind of have to play around to get the one that you like, and it took me a long time, and I didn't write a pattern, so I'm sorry, guys. So the bed is from IKEA. It was the only one that I could fit in this space that wasn't hundreds of dollars. Like, this crib and the mattress, I think, was a total of $110. The blanket hanging on I also made, so sorry, guys, you can't buy that anywhere. The curtains are from IKEA as well. They're cheapest curtains. They're like $2 each. They are something that I'm going to have to take down once she's a little bit older. So I'm going to have to turn on the fan. I'm waking her up. The shelves, I spent a lot of time trying to decide if I wanted to keep them or not, but basically I didn't want to deal with the holes. I liked the storage that it did, so I kept them. Like, if I had taken them off, I could have done some really cool stuff with the wall and made this like super pretty, but it wasn't worth it. So the oh goodness. The mobile is a flower garland that I wired to some gold rings to tier it, and then I added some light, a little light thing to it as well, and it's super cute, and I hung it super high, so hopefully I won't have to take that down. The pink baskets are filled with clothes that are too big. Of course, the one that's chuck full is the one that's filled with too big, and that one is filled with clothes that are too small now. The Live Your Dream box is filled with her knickknacks from when she was born, like her little bracelets and her first PJs. Those are some blankets that I had from when I was a child, and I don't like them, so they're up there to look pretty. Then I have 4 more baskets that we got from TJ Maxx, but you can get these from anywhere. And I have them labeled with just some paper because nobody's got time to grab every single shelf to find stuff. So those are pretty awesome for her clothes. It's really nice to just be able to throw her clothes in there when they're done. This is her sock and bow tie holder. It's from Joann's. It's something that you are supposed to put sewing supplies in, but we don't use it that way. And if you see, you're supposed to be able to hang it. There's other compartments as well in the back, so that's nice, but we're not using that. That's her cute little dress. I need to find more hangers because she's got way more dresses than that. The nightstand my grandfather made. He also made that cute little duck right there. I'm going to have to tie a string to it because it wobbles when it walks. The lamp I got from TJ Maxx. And that is her nursery. I think it turned out super cute. Oh, there's also a box down there for storage for all of her sheets and stuff. So I basically, because she was in such a small space, I had to find places for everything else. I decided to make that her relaxing room and her clothes storage because that's all I could fit, and it seemed to work. I mean, I could have taken my nightstand because it would have fit in there along with the crib and put her clothes inside that nightstand, but I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on other nightstands. So instead, while I was talking, I pulled this out. I have her changing table right here. It's on my bed, and you need to be very careful when you change them on the bed because any little pee and you at 3 a.m, you have to take everything off. You have to get your husband off the bed. It's kind of a pain. So this is my makeshift changing pad. It's a pillowcase, a towel, and an actual changing pad, one of those little cheap ones. I put it in the pillowcase so that I can fold it up. Oh, this is hard to do with one hand. And basically stuff it behind my pillows. So you don't notice that this is actually where we change her diaper. I also have all of her stuff really close by. Here's her wipes, her diapers, her coconut oil, her fingernail clippers, and other things that she might need right there. Then I have the laundry basket right here, which is super nice because when you're changing them, it's nice to just be able to throw the clothes over your shoulder and they make it somewhere. Then this is a little garbage can that you can get anywhere. And I had, because I was going super cheap, plastic bags hanging off of this, and then I'd keep the door cut, but it was right at nose level when you were sleeping, and that smelled awful. The little tiny garbage pail helps with the smell a lot. So we're going to try and go fast because my phone only does 11 minutes worth of time. But here's the other area for baby stuff. I have toys in here. I've got a bunch of toys for older kids as well because I babysit older kids. Then I have all of her blankets in this basket. It's really nice because this is the center of the apartment. So anywhere I am, it's literally like probably 5 steps to a blanket. And this is kind of where I'm going to hide a couple of books, like a couple of coloring books. This is the bathroom. I'm going to try and get to all of my DIY stuff. But I'll do a quick overlook. Nothing too exciting. The artwork above this I made with burlap, and, well, I didn't make. The They're burlap things that you can get at Walmart, and then I just painted the nautical things on them. The shell, I don't even know what you call these, but the shells, these are actually on, I don't know if you can tell when I get up close. These are lids from pickle jars that I hot glued these on, and then I hot glued another jar lid on the back, and that's how I attached them to the wall. I think they turned out really cute. That is my shelf in the picture. The shelf is being held up by command strips. Everything in my house is pretty much command strip. Even the drapes in my bedroom. So those are going to have to come down when she's a little bit bigger. But basically, I can't put anything on it. We're going to have to put nails on because it's hollow in the back. So I didn't have enough space to really put any Velcro strips on, and that's why they didn't work. This is the dining room. That's an antique that my grandfather made up for me, and I love. The picture is actually from my brother's vacation to Hawaii, and I had it blown up really big. The table is from IKEA. The chairs are from Wayfair. I don't think they have the bright red anymore, but you can find them in black. Then the kitchen, nothing too amazing in there. It's just 3 of us, I don't do a lot of dishes, so I hand wash her bottles when we use them. And this thing is awesome. I don't even know what you call it, but this drying rack, it works so much better than I thought it would. So I thought I'd give a shout out to that. Then we come back to the center of my apartment, and this is my office space and her little swing. She hates it, but I take it, the swing comes off, and I take her with me and we do dishes, and she loves that. So this is my entertainment area. I made the dream catcher, the little dream catcher hanging on it, my brother made, and the light fixtures are basically from Lowe's. They are a kit that you can just hang a light fixture from anywhere. And then I super glued some command strips onto the burlap on this guy so that they would stick to the wall really good. And they haven't moved, so I think it works. Then there's my curtains. It came with the plastic ones that go all the way down the floor. And I took those out, put them underneath my bed, and I put those up. Much cuter, but those are going to have to come down once she is older as well. My brother and my dad and I made this shelf, and it's filled with all of my favorite old games and a few little knickknacks. And that's my DVDs. So as you can tell, my husband, well, you wouldn't know who it is, but my husband's a big gamer, and I like to game as well. So we kind of just nerded out this corner. It says a lot about us. And this is our entryway. That's where I hang my keys. That is also being held up by command strips. I've had this thing held up for like 4 years. It hasn't moved. It has a lot of command strips on it. And for my closet, because closets have kid stuff too, I have all of her stuff up here. And her jacket's down there. That's very handy because you don't really have room to hang up. And that's my front door. So that is my tour. I hope that it's somewhat useful. A lot of the things that I made myself, you can find the pins on YouTube. So I'm not going to really focus much on that. Thanks for watching. And this is probably the only video that I'm going to have. So if you like it, or if there's a comment that you want to put on, I would love to read them. The one thing that I am going to say is the shelves, the boxes on the shelves. I am going to hot glue or and sew on some ribbons in the back so that I can tie them onto that shelf because it's got those slats. So what will happen is when I pull them off, they will hang, and then I can grab stuff. I'm a little short, so it'll be hard for me. It'll be really easy for anybody that's a little bit taller. But I live in Utah, and it's you can have earthquakes here, so I want to have everything on those shelves, attached to the shelves, so that if something happens, none of it gets in the crib. But yeah, that's just my tip. I haven't gotten around to it yet, so I couldn't show you guys, but yeah, you guys have a great day.